Good evening, everyone. We are kicking off these playoffs here with number 4 Appalachian State and number 5 TCU tonight. It's Zio in the booth with my good friend Dodger.
Yo, yo.
Going this, how are you expecting this game to go?
I'm very interested to see how this game goes. Two very talented teams. App State has been the big dog in the ECFL for at least a season or two now. And TCU has shown that they can be really good and beat some of the premier teams here. And so I'm really interested to see how they play each other in this game, because I think they already played once this season, but I'm interested to see how it turns out this time.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to say. The last thing you need to do is boost their egos by saying that, but we'll see how that goes.
Well, that was not intended.
It is what it is. We're going to see them come out in an I-form set. They're going to hand it off here, and that's Rashad Watson for a 2-yard pickup. And already, that's not a great sign there for TCU, as they are not too great on 3rd and long.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely going to be interested how they try and beat this very fast App State defense. Well, not going to work there.
Deciding to run with the quarterback there did not work, and they're going to be forced to punt here in this situation, as that was number 1, TJ Blackman around on the blitz there to get Justin Duke.
Yeah, just way too fast off the line that he can just get there in what seems like a freaking nanosecond or something like that.
Yeah, that's just kind of their game plan situation. Is we're going to get a nice return of about 11 yards from Jamar Carr.
Yeah.
As we're going to see App State come out in a split back set here to open this drive. 3 yards here, to the top of your screen. They're going to run a read option. He's going to keep and check it down here. And that's a nice pickup of 6 for Elijah Nigma.
Yeah, definitely. Nigma, one of the more experienced players on this team, which is pretty much the whole team. Most of the team's seniors this year. Interested to see what they're going to look like next year with the main core gone. I'm sure they'll replenish, but there's hope that they might not.
We'll see how that goes. That was a nice handoff there in the read option for Deathridge. That was a nice pickup for Davin Brewer. 6 yards on a first down. As they're going to run the read option again, handing off to Brewer again, who's going to get another pickup of about 5 yards. It's going to be up to see if Vegeta really is an elite coach or if he just got really lucky with his first recruiting class developing. That's kind of what we're going to see here. But knowing how well he's performed so well, made the playoffs 3 out of his 4 seasons, I'd assume he'd also be able to rebuild another solid core going into next season. Amari Jones with an 11-yard pickup.
Yeah, I'm assuming probably so. And, I mean, he's one of the top coaches in this league. And we'll have to see how next season comes about and see what this off season is going to be for several teams, pretty much any team in the league, especially the top teams, to see if they remain at the top or if we start to see some of those middle of the pack and lower teams start to rise up a little bit.
I could give you actually an idea of what's going to happen. Is we're going to see Brewer with a handoff here for no pickup. We kind of seen this a couple of seasons ago, when some of the established teams had grown older and we had seen some drop-off in talent from those teams. Some of the mid-tier teams, believe it or not, would have been App State at the time that rose to the top from that point.
Okay.
As they're going to bring a tight end in motion, they're going to fake the handoff. They're just going to check down to Brewer, who doesn't catch it, and that's going to be an incomplete pass, and it's going to force them into a tough decision here if they're going to take their points or go for it. Which are going to opt to take their points.
Yeah, smart choice here early in the game. Knowing that they just want to get a lead to have that on the scoreboard and see that, hey, we're in front in this, and that's where they like to be.
Yeah, as they're going to open up, make their kick, and they're going to score the first points of the game, and they've chewed a lot more clock off than TCU did in their first drive. But it's extremely early in the game and hard to tell what's going to happen, as that's prime with a 20-yard return.
Yeah, definitely. As it was a 3-and-out on that first drive for TCU, but I'm interested to see how they respond after a not very successful drive the first time out, just running the ball over and over. And yes, that's what they've primed themselves on this season, is that triple option that they've run pretty much to perfection with their three-headed monster of Rashad Watson, Max Prime, and Justin Duke. That they can run it at will, but I'm interested to seeing how they do against this top defense.
Yeah, it is going to be interesting. Is they're going to get the pitch off here to Rashad Watson, who's going to get 9 yards. Well, that's a weird spot to say, but they hit him the first down on that run there. That's going to be a thing we're going to need to see tonight, as we're kind of starting to see it already. Neither one of these teams really want to pass at each other right now, so that's going to be an interesting wrinkle to see how this game develops.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, App State, they didn't really pass too far downfield on that first drive, and they just really did the check down, dink and dunk type stuff. But that's how their offense can be predicated, and it still works well because they have those talented receivers.
They're going to bring Prime in motion. That's just going to be a really awkward situation as Duke gets hit in the backfield for a 1-yard loss, getting stuck on the defensive tackle.
Yeah, that was just an ugly play there. Not a whole ton happening. Too close on the handoff.
Yeah, the whole play was blown up from the start there. She's going to have two running backs flanking him to either side here. She's going to get the snap. He's looking to pass, and he gets hit by who else but TJ Blackman with a sack here.
Yeah, just, again, TJ Blackman, way too fast, way too physical. And it looks like they were blitzing there, and he just got there without an issue.
Yeah, they're going to need to make some adjustments here on their offensive blocking scheme, or else that's going to be a problem for them all night. This is their second drive in a row they're going to have to punt.
Yeah, just very disappointing right now for TCU. Not how they wanted to start this game, but we'll have to see if they can bounce back at all, because we've seen throughout the season that teams of even lower quality than TCU have been able to at least hold App State down a little bit. So I'm interested to see how TCU can do, at least defensively, to be able to stay in this game.
Well, that's an interesting point to bring up, as TCU is, on paper, one of the best defenses in the league. Being second in the league in scoring behind only Arizona State, as that's going to be a halfback screen to Davin Brewer, who loses a yard on the pickup and is putting App State in a precarious situation. It's 3rd and long. With a middle-of-the-pack rushing defense and the 3rd best passing defense in the league, on averages at least. Very kind of similar to App State, who sits pretty much universally at 6th in every ranking. The big difference between these two different defenses, though, is App State leads by having 13 more takeaways on the season, as they're going to run a screen and barely get anything out of it. And that's going to force a punt, which is going to get this TCU defense off the field, something they needed here.
Definitely. I think that's just something that this TCU team needed to see, is the ability that they could stop App State, and I think that's going to be at least a little bit of a momentum swing to them, that they know that that if their offense takes a little bit to get going, their defense can stand tall against a very talented, very experienced App State offense.
That's a way of looking at it, I guess. I would say that they expect their defense to at least be able to make some plays here, as that's going to count as a pass for Duke here for a 3-yard pickup. I personally see that as more of a pitch, but what do I know on that?
Yeah, fair. I think they consider a pass because his arm went forward and it didn't flip sideways.
So as Duke brings a man in motion, they're going to send a handoff to Rashad Watson, who gets a 6-yard pickup and makes this a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, good run from Watson. The talented senior running back in his last season here in the ECFL. Interested to see where he's going to go next year for the USFA and the impact he could have.
Assuming he declares, of course. That will be an interesting situation. We'll see as it plays out. They're going to get stopped here on 3rd and 1 and put themselves in a precarious situation. They're going to have to punt again. That is 3 drives, 3 stops for App State's defense. as we're going to see Jamar Carter with a 10-yard return. I mean, this could very easily be a game where the first team to score a touchdown wins.
Yeah, very true. Both defenses have been playing great so far, and I mean, I guess it's just a game right now of which defense bends and breaks first.
That's an interesting way to think about it. If I were making a guesstimate, I'd say that just by the nature of how these two offenses play, App State has a higher likelihood of breaking through first, but that's nearly intercepted by Alex Voorhees, almost making me eat my words as they were coming out of my mouth.
True, very true. They do have a great offense, and TCU is an offense that it can work well, but it won't always work well.
Deathridge with a lot of pressure on him, just has to throw up a helmet. Jamar Carr comes up with a jump ball between him and the corner and is able to make a big play. And that's why you have a big-name superstar receiver like Jamar Carr covered by number 9, Justin Brown in coverage, unable to make a play on that ball.
Yeah, amazing catch there from Carr, able to jump up and pull that one down and pick up a good gain.
As Carr's going to then look across the middle and find Elijah Enigma wide open in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, good read there from Deathridge, the senior QB. Just, I don't know why no one was covering him.
It's just kind of the way the zone coverage played out there. I think the linebackers had a miscommunication with the safeties on who to actually break down and cover him there.
Yeah, very true, very true.
As now App State's going to take a 10-point lead, and with the way these two teams have been playing, that could be a very commanding difference right now.
Yeah, definitely. I'm interested to see if TCU can be able to actually bounce back well, specifically on this drive, but I think this is the drive where they're really going to need to look to make a turning point out of it and get something going and be able to at least just see some points and see some progress start going for their team by putting those points on the board.
As they run a triple option read here, and Justin Duke, if he had just decided to, instead of trying to readjust and look, if he had just kept going to the edge there, he would have had a lot more yards. But a nice pickup nonetheless.
Yeah, very true. Solid run there from Duke. Just able to pick up the first down and get the ball moving downfield.
As that's only a 2-yard pickup for Rashad Watson, gets stopped there by number 40 for App State. That is Ian Gish, the senior linebacker, with the tackle.
Yeah, Watson looked like he had a little bit of room for a second, but then couldn't really get anything as he tried again there, but again, only 3 yards.
And at that point, the triple option just got blown up, and they had to pitch it out, and Watson made the most out of what he could there. Just got swarmed from behind.
Yeah, definitely.
So you're going to see him come out and ice set again. They're going to look to pass this time. They're going to check it down to Watson, who's going to get met in the flat and is going to be unable to get the first down. Only a 3-yard reception. And I believe TCU is going to have to punt again. They have yet to cross the 50-yard line on offense tonight.
Yeah, very disappointing start for TCU offense. It looks like on that last play, Watson just couldn't get his acceleration going fast enough, and it didn't work out entirely in his favor.
Carr with the 13-yard return there. That's going to put App State at their own 25-yard line and puts them in a perfect position here where if they can score points, they will have a complete control over this game from that point.
Yeah, definitely. But there's a sack. There we go. Seth,
I'm not going to try and say that name because I'm going to butcher it, but that is a nice sack by number 7 and number 15 on a combination play there. They're going to credit it to Kolakovic. If I got that right, please let me know in Twitch chat. But that was a nice play there by the defense.
Yeah, definitely. Good play to just bear down on Deathridge and bring him down before he could really see any of his options.
Deathridge is going to get out there. He's going to fire out. He's going to find... I want to say that's Amari Jones, the tight end, for a 30-yard reception there.
Yeah.
Just left really uncovered based on how the coverage broke down.
Yeah, definitely. Just not a whole ton of good coverage there on that play. Really hard to defend that post route there. There was corner route. Yeah, just not able to cover that super well on that play.
They're going to read a screen, and they're going to have to get rid of it here, as TCU had completely blown it up, and that is how we're going to end our first quarter.
Yeah, very entertaining first quarter. App State has by far been the better team so far, but TCU is going to have to show some fight, because I know that they want to be the ones moving on the ones moving on to next week.
I mean, both these teams definitely want to be trying to move on.
Yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, I think TCU just has, I feel like they want it, I feel like they should want it a little bit more, just because App State's been there before, so they know they can get there, but TCU is I guess a new piece to the top tier puzzle right now.
That's a weird way of looking at it. As that last play shows, 17 really should have helped make that tackle there. As they're going to bring a rush here, 5 men, and they're going to just check it down to Kevin Willis, who gets tackled for barely any yards. I believe that's a walk-on.
Let me do a little check quick.
I can check that real quick.
Okay.
Yes, that is a walk-on.
Oh, wow.
They're going to bring Amari Jones in motion here. And Deathridge passing, finds Davin Brewer, who's going to get about a 3-yard pickup, and leaves him with a third manageable.
Yeah, Brewer, for a second, I thought he was going to be able to keep going and get downfield a little bit more on that, but a good stop there from number 17. Not sure who that is.
They're just going to get rid of it here, and that's going to be a good stop there for TCU. Going to hold them till more than likely 3 here, assuming that they don't miss the kick.
Very true, very true. We'll have to see what happens here, but good coverage from TCU on that play to force the incompletion.
And the kick is up, and it is good! App State extends the lead to 13 points.
Exactly, but I think for TCU, that's a good sign for your defense. You know that your defense is good. You know that they have the talent and the ability, but getting a stop, at least holding them to 3, is a very good sign, I think, for the coach to know that they at least are still in this game a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely no point where I think they have to believe they aren't in this game. It's just a matter of if they can break off a big play on offense, or if their defense can make a big play and start to swing momentum in their favor. There's only going to be a 1-yard pickup there for TCU.
Yeah, not a whole ton going right there.
As they're going to look to run a halfback screen here, they're going to find Rashad Watson, who's going to get a 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, it looked like he got more out of that than he looked like he was originally going to get out of it. So good play by Watson to at least get a positive gain of more than like 2 yards.
Well, just because Beard said it, I think they're going to call a double wing play next drive. As Max Prime is the one who they find to check down, they get hit for a loss there, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, it's not a great play there. Check down was not the way to go there, but I mean, this is their offense, the triple option. They don't pass a whole ton, but they can if they want to, and I think they might need to start passing if they want to put some points on the board.
Yeah, I mean, this is a spot where their defense is going to have to make a play. Sorry, I'm having a bit of issues with some coughing here. It's Kolakovic with a sack there. I want to say that's how you pronounce his last name. If Beard could correct me there, that would be appreciated. As we're going to see him come out 5 wide, and they're going to bring Davin Brewer in motion. They're going to hand it off to him on a sweep, and he is going to only get 3 yards, and they're still going to be behind the 10-yard line. So they are in 3rd and 13 here. As they're going to look to go deep here, going 4 verticals, and they're going to find Jamar Carr over the top of the defense. Actually, I believe that was Elijah Enigma. It was. I was having some technical difficulties on my end where I couldn't see his number clearly, but that was Enigma who with the catch there. As now we're in a tight spot where TCU can at least condense the offense here and prevent big plays. And that's going to be an interception, as I was saying something. That was number 3 for TCU. Cam Jones with the interception. And we're going to see them come out here in an I set. As they're looking to hand off, they're going to have to Rashad Watson, who's going to get hit right away for a 1-yard loss there. And we're definitely seeing some tough situations here for this TCU offense. They're going to have to persevere, but that was a nice stop there for their defense. We're going to see how this continues to go. As they're going to come out here, 4 wide receivers wide in the shotgun set with Rashad Watson flanking Justin Duke. They're going to run the read option, hand it off to Shad, who's going to get hit and only able to get a 1-yard pickup. As we're going to see some technical difficulties going on, we should be getting my broadcast partner back soon. As they're going to run a mesh point concept going deep, but that's going to be hit here for a loss. No gain here on the play, and welcome back, Dodger, as they're going to have to punt here. As we're going to see Jamar Carr with the return, who can only get a 5-yard return here. This is where we're going to see if App State can really pull ahead. They're going to have to make some plays here, or else it's going to be tough. The longer they let TCU hang around this game, the more likely it is that they find a way to break through on this offense. They're going to run a halfback screen, which is not how you break this game open. As Davenport only gets a 3-yard pickup.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
As we're going to see App State come out and strong offset eye here. As they're going to bring Amari Jones in motion. And they're looking to go deep here, and they're going to fire, and they're going to find Jamar Carr, who stays up after breaking a tackle, is able to get them down to the 13-yard line on a 34-yard pickup. Again, this is kind of the thing that you had to be worried about here for TCU, was if you could actually stop this extremely explosive offense. And this is being a spot where it's really struggling for their defense. They need to make a stop here, but they're going to come on the I set, and they're looking to hand it off here to Davin Brewer. And that is exactly what happens, is he's going to go up the field for a 3-yard pickup.
Gain of 2 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
As App State's going to come out 5 wide here, it looks like they're going to get met across the board in man coverage. As it is, they're going to bring someone in motion to cover up Brewer, who's in motion, who then is hand off and is going to get tackled for a loss of 4 yards. And now we're going to see this TCU defense really tighten up down here in the red zone. Let's see if they can get one more stop and hold them to a field goal. As they're going to snap, they're looking to go deep. They're going to fire in the back of the end zone. Find Elijah Enigma wide open, uncovered, right in the middle of the back of the end zone. Touchdown Appalachian State, as they're going to take a commanding 20-point lead with only 3.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Tyler Deathridge having a great game tonight, as they're going to put the kick is up and good, officially bring it to 20 points. The punt is up, and Watson with a return here. He's going to get out to the 25-yard line. As we're going to see it come out here. I want to say it's a wing, but I don't want to be proven wrong. As they're going to hand it off here to Max Prime, who's going to get hit right in the backfield. And at this point, TCU is going to have to make a decision on it if they want to keep forcing the run here. Because if they do, it's going to be really hard for them to get back into it. As they're going to come out in two back set with three receivers, they are going to look to pass here, but they're going to get all over Duke on pressure here, and that's going to be a sack or a loss of 7. Xavier Banks with the sack. As if you look in the chat, you can definitely see some anger from Coach Beard. As they're going to come out 4 wide here in the shotgun set, so they're definitely going to look to pass deep here, and they will, as Duke is going to find Max Prime over the middle for 12 yards, but that's not going to be enough for a first down. And that's going to force TCU to punt and give App State the ball back with 2.5 minutes, a little over that in clock. As App State's going to come out on the I set here, they're going to hand it off here. Davin Brewer, who's going to get hit in the back, is going to lose 2 yards. No gain for App State on their first play of the drive. As they're going to come out again, 1 back to the back, 3 wide receiver sets to the bottom of the screen. They're just going to get rid of it quick here, and that's going to be an incomplete pass, just getting rid of the ball. Welcome back, Dodger. Oh, okay. As we're going to see him in a 4 wide set here, a shotgun here. And Carr's going to Deathwood's going to step back. He's going to go find, first time tonight, Mookie Rising for 41 yards. And this is really starting to get ugly. Maybe, just maybe, App State was throwing in their conference championship game. As they're going to hand off to Davin Brewer here, who's going to get hit in the backfield and only is able to pick up 1 yard on the play. As they're going to bring their backup tight end into motion, they're going to hand off to Brewer, who's going to get hit in the backfield for no pickup. You good? So they're going to come out the shotgun set here. 3 wide here, 2 to the top of your screen. They're going to bring Amari Jones, the tight end, in motion. And he's going to be come back to block. They're just going to check down to Davin Brewer for a 6-yard pickup. And it's going to be held to more than likely a field goal. As we're going to see, again, App State's going to attempt a field goal here. As they're going to bleed some clock, and probably with only 1 second left, they're going to snap it, and it is. It's going to be up, and it is good. App State extends this lead to 23 points, making it officially a 3-possession lead, and putting it, well, it was already 3-possession. I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's besides the point. As they're going to put the ball up, and that's going to be a fair catch, a touchback here. As TCU's going to come out 4 wide here in the shotgun set. And they're going to look to go deep. And they're going to fire the curl route here to Akimbo Archer for 6 yards. I don't care what you do here. If you're TCU, you have to get points on the board. As they're going to come out in the shotgun set again. They're looking, and they're just going to get rid of it here. App State is definitely showing blitz in a split back set. They're going to fire, and that's almost intercepted by I want to say that. Yeah, that was Garrett Hart, number 31. And that's going to force TCU to punt again. And App State has enough time left, and with 2 timeouts, they could score again before the end of this half. They're going to look to go deep with a mesh point concept. They're going to check down to Amari Jones, who gets out of bounds to stop the clock with a 7-yard pickup.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Legion, you're not allowed to claim anything. As they're going to step back, they're looking to go deep. There was some tight man coverage across the board. Jamar Carr with a pickup. And instead of deciding to hurry up, they're going to call a timeout. They're going to come out 5 wide here. Deathridge gets sacked right away by Kolakovic. And that is going to force a hurry up here instead of burning their last time out, putting App State in a spot where they're going to burn a lot of clock here before they can even get the snap off. They're going to check down to Amari Jones real quick, and I think that's going to close out the half as they don't have much time left. If they get this off, it's going to be a Hail Mary. And that will close the half as they find Elijah Nigma for pretty much no pickup, and that's going to be our score at halftime. 23 App State, TCU 0. As we kind of look at this game, the way it's played out has been pretty simple. App State has been able to make big plays through the air, able to find the coverage breaks on TCU's defense, while TCU has not been willing to really exploit the passing game, which is been product of their scheme. But with how App State's defense has snuffed out the run tonight, that is looking like it is going to kill them if they can't adjust. As we're looking at this coming into the second half, we're going to need to see some adjustments on TCU on their defense to likely adjust to more man coverage rather than zone, as well as to look to start passing and maybe run a quick passing game instead of a deep passing game early. And for App State, I would continue doing exactly what they're doing, maybe bring a little more pressure on defense, and that's about it. As App State has dominated time of possession, but they have net 0 rushing yards on the night. But they have about 300 passing yards, where TCU has roughly 50 total yards on the night.
The TCU Horned Frogs is lined up.
As TCU is going to kick off here, and it's going to be returned by Brewer. No, that's Mookie Rising actually on the return. As we're going to see App State come out here 4 wide in a shotgun set. Well, that's not really 4 wide. Sorry, I was a liar. They're a trip set. As Deathridge is going to keep it and go for his first scramble tonight for 6 yards. I know it says 4 yards. It counts sacks as rushes for whatever reason. That was his first true rush of the night. As we're going to see App State come out here in a 2 tight end set and 2 receivers top their screen. They're going to pass out and they're going to find Amari Jones with a quick out concept, and he's going to break a tackle and get a lot of yardage after that point for a 26-yard pickup. And so far, this App State offense has looked like a completely different team than they did this time a week ago. As they're going to hand off here to Davin Brewer, who stiff arms the man, and he fumbles the ball. I think he was down, but if this stands, this could be a play. Yeah, he was definitely down. That's definitely coming back, but that sucks. That could have been a play that really gives TCU some momentum. Yeah, I think that's clearly an indisputable. His wrist hit the ground first, his elbow hit the ground, then the ball came out. That angle there is not helpful, but yeah, he was definitely down. Wrist, then elbow, then the ball popped out. Also, I think maybe his knee hit, but that's irrelevant if his wrist and elbow are already down. App State's going to look to pass. They're going to quickly find Mookie Rising, who's going to break a tackle, and he's going to get down to the, I want to say that was the 10-yard line, the 15-yard line. You good, man? As we're going to see App State come out again, 2 wide receivers top of the screen, 1 at the bottom with the tight end. They're just going to hand off to Davin Brewer, who's going to get met right away, tries to make a stiff arm and gets no pickup.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Right, as we're going to see a handoff to Davin Brewer for a 4-yard pickup. And App State's knocking on the door and is dangerously close to making this a 30-point game. 30-point lead, I should say. Sorry. So they're going to fire and find Davin Brewer for a first down here. Down to the goal line area as they're within 5 yards of the line now. We're going to see what they do here. They're going to come out in a weak side set here for the run. And they're going to hand out to Davin Brewer, who's going to get met right away by 2 defenders. And is going to lose 2. Loki Gunderson with the tackle. I'd also like to say Hill, number 11, was also involved in that tackle. As we're going to have to Davin Brewer again, he's going to get met right away. And that's going to be a nice hold here. Can TCU make a goal line stand? Caleb Likens credited with the tackle on that play. As they're going to bring their number 2 tight end in motion. And he's looking, and he's going to find Jamar Carr for a touchdown. And that breaks his score open to 30 points, 351 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception tonight for Tyler Deathridge. And the kick is up, and it is good. As we're going to see them kick off here, and we're going to see a return from Max Prime here, who breaks a tackle, gets to the 30-yard line, and that's about it here. Hey, let's have some respect here in the chat. Anyone that's gotten this far in the season has put in a lot of work, and it took a lot of effort to get here. This is just not an easy matchup for TCU tonight. As we're going to see them check down here to Rashad Watson for a 5-yard pickup.
That brings him 2nd and 5.
As they're going to come out in a split back set here. And, Justin Duke just has to get rid of it, unable to find anyone open down the field and feeling some pressure on him. As TCU is going to have to pass here. They're running a slants concept and find Max Prime, who's able to get an 11-yard pickup and get themselves down to the 45-yard line. 46-yard line. They're going to come out 4 wide again. They're looking, and Duke's going to pass. He's going to find DeAndre Wright for a 10-yard pickup. They're going to officially cross the 50-yard threshold line for the first time tonight. It's getting a bit heated in chat right now, but we're going to ignore that as they're going to come out 4 wide here in a shotgun set. They're going to run a halfback screen to Rashad Watson, who's going to be able to get the first down and a little bit more for an 8-yard pickup.
That's a gain of 8 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
As they're going to come out 4 wide again, and they're going to run a halfback screen again to Rashad Watson. He's going to get some good blocking and is able to get a 5-yard pickup.
Call it a gain of 4 yards. That brings up 2nd and 5.
As Duke's going to scramble around, well, that's not going to be an interception as he falls out of bounds, unable to complete the process of making a catch there. TCU gets a little bit bailed out there based on the other DBs heading into their own, giving them another chance here. In the split back set, they're going to bring number 14 in motion. And they're going to fire out. They're going to find number 18, DeAndre Wright, for a 9-yard pickup and the first down. As we're going to see TCU again, look to pass, going to run a halfback screen again, and he's going to break a tackle. Rashad Watson's going to make a lot of effort to only get 1 yard.
Number 81 makes the tackle at the 22-yard line. That brings up 2nd and 9.
You're good then if you want to start talking. As we're going to see them come out here in a split back set. And they're looking, he's scanning, he's going to fire to the back of the end zone. He finds his man who's going to break some tackles and get a touchdown. DeAndre Wright, TCU, finally gets a score on the night. As the kick is up and it is good, as TCU is going to cut the lead down 23 points. Alright, you're good. I can hear you. And that's going to be a 20-yard return for Jamar Carr.
You hear me okay?
Yeah, you're good, you're good.
Cool.
As it is late, but there is still a chance for TCU to come back into this game. It's going to require a lot of luck and a lot of smart play calling, and maybe even a miracle on their end. But we're going to see how that plays out, as Death Rage is going to be incomplete on his pass here out of the shotgun set.
Yeah, TCU usually makes a goal on defense, make a couple turnovers, and they're right back in this game.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to, like I said, it might take a miracle, but this game is far from over. We have a whole quarter still. So he's going to check out underneath Enigma, who's going to get stopped for only a 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, the beginning here would be huge for TCU, get that ball back to that offense.
Yeah, it's going to be a big mantra. How they're going to do this is they're going to come out passing it. They're going to hand off to Devin Brewer, who's going to get stopped, and that's going to be a forced punt here. And TCU might be able to get some life here if they can score on this drive.
Yes, sir. Exactly what they needed to get that ball back to the offense, get another driving going.
I will say, it would be one of the biggest comebacks ever if they can come back down from 30-0. As we're going to see Prime here with a punt return, for 11 yards.
It's 23 points is insurmountable.
Yeah, it is a lot. As they're going to come out as they're going to start handing off to Rashad Watson, they're going to start running the ball more, I think. Maybe not the best situation to be in.
Give him a couple gut punches, then go over the deep throw here.
Well, we're going to see him come out on a split back set. This has been a formation they'd like to throw a lot. They're going to run the read option here, and Justin Duke does not get a pitch off. If he could have, that was nothing but green grass for Rashad Watson. Bukake Bowler with the tackle here.
Yeah, Appalachian wasn't cool with that play at all. They're ready for the read option.
As now we're going to see some adjustments here, and they're going to bring up into a cover 2 coverage instead. And Justin Duke is firing over the top, and he finds Max Prime for a 38-yard pickup. And now suddenly this TCU offense seems to have some life. And that, yeah, I was having some issue seeing. I thought it was intercepted myself, but when he came down with it, yeah, you can definitely just see the DB just kind of could not time that up properly. As we're coming out in a wing here. I know Beer's going to kill me for saying that because I know it's probably wrong. Running the triple option. Justin Duke is going to keep it, and he's going to get an 8-yard pickup. And now this is where they actually want to run the ball, is down here where only a handful of yards are needed.
Yes, sir.
So they're going to come on the I-form set here. They're going to bring number 18, DeAndre Wright in motion. They're going to have to Rashad Watson, who's going to punch it in for a touchdown and cut this lead down to 16 points, pending the extra point here.
Very impressive 10-yard touchdown run right there. Right up the gut, untouched.
Don't call it. Oh, they're going to go for 2. I figured they might, because that cuts the lead down to 15.
Dog 4, 3, 9.
So you're going to bring Rashad Watson in motion. They're going to run triple option. Justin Duke is going to punch it in and cut this lead down to 15, officially making a score of 30 for App State and 15 TCU.
Yeah, great response by TCU there, right? Getting back in this game.
As Jamar Carr was a 27-yard pickup. On return, sorry, not pickup. I know some people are going to say I'm biased in this game, but I just want good footballs. They're going to fire and find an incomplete pass here. The blitz from TCU was all over Tyler Deathridge where he could do anything with it.
We've got that natural instinct just kind of pull for the underdog, and when you're down 30-0, whatever the score was, kind of pull for them.
I mean, kind of. I want neither of these teams to win if possible, but I can't get that outcome. Because they're going to have to get rid of it here, and now it's 3rd and long. As we're going to come out 3 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, he's going to drop back, and he's going to fire looking up, and it's almost intercepted.
Oh, what a snap. I thought he dropped
That's
it.
a good stop by TCU. They definitely have some momentum on their side now. Adam Solo with the pass to break up.
It looks like he has the defender beat there, too.
Yeah, it did for a minute, but just the ball was slightly underthrown. So we're going to see Prime with a return here and gets down to the 50-yard line.
A little solid return right there.
Yes, it is. And now, TCU no longer just has a bit of a pulse. It looks like they're fully alive and ready to go.
Yeah,
just took them 3.5 quarters. So we're going to run a speed option, and maybe that's not how we want to start this drive.
That makes it 2nd and 14.
Oh, what have I started? No idea.
Well, this is how the last drive started. I think it was 3rd and long also, and they converted it. So they can do it again.
Oh, I was just referencing Chaz. They're going to have to Rashad Watson, who's going to get a 5-yard pickup, putting him in 3rd and long.
Solid pickup on 2nd down. Makes it a manageable 3rd down.
Oh, God. Imagine the 30-0 curse becomes the new thing instead of the 14-0. Oh, that would be awful.
What the heck of a meme.
As we're going to come out in the split-back set. Sorry to cut you off there.
No, sorry, go ahead.
As they're going to find Jack Zappi for an 8-yard pickup, and now we're going to have some inches. Oh, they're going to opt to punt? They have the momentum. I'd opt to go for it here.
Number 2.
As that's going to travel out of the back of the end zone, App State's going to start this drive from their own 20-yard line.
Big stand by Appalachian. They just need that stop.
As TCU's going to be in man coverage across the board, and they're going to have to Davin Brewer, who's going to get hit in the back of the end zone for an instant loss, unable to get any yardage forward.
That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
The linebacker stayed home, made a play.
Yeah, I mean, the DB there just crashed down and slammed into the running back as hard as he could. So they're going to run a wide receiver screen, and that's going to go nowhere. And now, all of a sudden, well, we might not see another play this quarter. But they're on a 3rd and 13 here for App State. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the last play of this quarter, actually.
Yeah, it's going to be a wild fourth quarter.
It definitely will be. Yeah, I don't think they're going to get the snap off. As that is the end of the third quarter, at the end of it, we're looking at App State 30, TCU 15. You guys know what time it is. For once, when I say fives, I really mean it. Let's get some fives up in chat. I want to see some overtime. If you can't afford to do that, put your fours up in chat. As they're going to look to go deep, Etheridge untouched, and he just overthrows his receiver.
Oh, big miss.
That is troublesome because he was completely unfazed in the pocket. No one was around him for 5 yards. As they're going to have to punt from essentially their own 5-yard line. And TCU is going to start at the App State 40-yard line for this drive. As long as they don't go backwards, they can attempt a long field goal. No matter what.
Yeah, they're right there in the fringe of field goal range.
They're going to bring Rashad Watson in motion. They're going to run the triple option and pitch it out to number 28. Colin McDowell for a 5-yard pickup.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
That honestly was a miraculous play because I thought the defense was already in the backfield, was going to hit Duke before he could pitch it. So that was almost a perfect play there. As they're going to hand it off here, Ted, they've been a triple option all season. Irrelevant. Rashad Watson with a 2-yard pickup.
Yeah, look, you got my room. I far up on you, 7 tender.
Yeah, they're going to come out and split back set. They're going to run the read option. They're going to hand it off to Max Prime. They're going to get down to the 30-yard line and 4th and 1. They're going to go for it.
It's a little curious on 3rd down.
I was going to hint towards it. I didn't know if they were going to do this or not. And they're going to stack the box here. So this is going to be an interesting call. They're going to pass, and they're going to find number 1 for a first down. That is Akimbo Archer. Big players make big plays in clutch moments, and that's what we've seen right there. Beats one of their best corners in Leon Kennedy, just right off the jump there, and is able to get wide open for a massive 4th down conversion for TCU.
That's your play call on 4th down on 4th and 1.
So you can bring Akimbo Archer. Sorry to cut you off. Akimbo Archer in motion, and they're going to run the speed option. They're going to pitch to Rashad Watson, who's going to get nowhere, but that's better than a loss.
Huge hits. Wow.
This is turning into a really exciting game here. Late as TCU has had to do everything in their power to come alive late. They're going to come out 3 wide, 1 tight end to the left here. They're going to look to hand it off to Rashad Watson. I thought it was a passing play. Sorry. We don't acknowledge done here. I'm just going to say that.
Yes, sir.
As now from the 15-yard line, we're going to see them come out in a shotgun set. And now I think TCU has to pass. They're going to bring their tight end in motion. They are. Duke's going to fire. He's going to find Jack Zappi in the back of the end zone. And now this is going to be an interesting spot. Are they going to go for 2, or are they just going to take their extra point here?
Great. And the spot on the defense that down, show the quarterback his numbers.
They are going to go for 2. I think this makes sense here. Just because they're down 9, that way they don't have to go for 2 to try and tie the game instead. And Duke's going to keep it. Unfortunately, he just didn't cut up field, and he should have. And that's going to keep this. It's still a 2-possession game for App State.
Well done to shut the gap. Made a great tackle there. Stop the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, that was an excellent stop there for App State's defense to prevent this from becoming a 7-point game. Now, if I'm App State, I'm starting to get a bit worried. We've allowed a 21-point run for TCU, and we've been struggling on offense ever since the midway in the third quarter, and they're going to fire, and they incomplete. The receiver just could not hang on to it. That looks like it was indeed Mookie Rising who could not hang on to the ball there.
Yeah, if you can start going that way.
So they're going to hand off to Davin Brewer, who's going to get a first down and a bit more. And that is one of the big plays they've needed for a while here.
Yes, sir. The first down to finish the second half.
That's not their first down in the second half, but it
feels like it. Apologies.
They've had a few first downs during this scoring drought, but that was definitely something they need here. They're going to have to Brewer again, who's going to only get 3 yards. He's going to get hit and stopped pretty quick by the TCU defense.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
So come out in I set here. And hand off to Brewer again, who's going to get pretty much untouched, able to get an 8-yard pickup for the first down.
You have to have Brewer start here. And pass again.
As we're going to see him come out 4 wide here. Deathridge just going to check it down here to Mookie Rising for a 6-yard pickup.
That's a gain of 6 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
For TCU, you can't let them score. If you absolutely have to, hold them to a field goal and don't let them chew clock. So they're going to hit Deathridge in the back here for a 3-yard loss, making it 3rd and 7. Putting it at 3rd and long here.
Yeah, even a field goal here would be tough for the comeback. So they can get it stopped in the 4th.
And this is where they're going to send handoff to Davin Brewer, who's going to get a first down and a bit more for a 12-yard pickup. Now officially in field goal range. App State comes out 5 wide here. Brings Brewer in motion, hands it off to him on end around for a 5-yard pickup.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's the run. Clock still keep going.
And this drive feels like it's a dagger kind of drive as they're taking as much time off the clock as they can, running the ball a lot, and are getting their offense rolling again for the first time in a while, as that's going to be an incomplete pass. Again, I'm not trying to say that first name, but Kolakovic on the coverage.
That'll make it 3rd and 5.
As they're going to come out in the halfback screen to Brewer, who's going to get hit right away for no pickup. Actually, a loss of 2. And that's going to force a field goal here.
Okay. Not necessarily the worst case scenario for TCU.
It's definitely not the worst case scenario. You still are in a 2-possession game. It just makes your margin of error a lot smaller. As it means you have to get 2 touchdowns now, instead of being able to just go on ahead and go down, get a touchdown, and then kick a field goal to try and win the game.
That's big response from App State, too. They need that field goal. Real clutch play by the offense.
Yeah, I mean, App State really did need that because there's the more time they can kill right now, it's big. That's honestly maybe more important than the 3 points, is the fact they were able to kill a lot of time off the clock.
Yeah, most definitely.
As they're going to bring the running back in motion, they're going to hand off to Rashad Watson, who's going to get smashed in the back of the end zone, unable to get around any of the App State defense. That's the crazy part. I know they were triple option, but TCU has been winning through the air in the second half. Why they don't continue to just go pass is beyond me. So they're going to run a speed option, get it out to Rashad Watson, who's going to lose another yard, putting them in a really rough 3rd and 13.
Yeah, it's 2 interesting play calls on 1st, 2nd down.
Red 2, green 15.
As they're going to bring the tight end in motion here. So they're going to look to pass. They're going to bring him into pass protection. They're going to fire deep. And Justin Duke just overthrows his receiver here, Max Prime. I mean, they're going to opt to punt. I think that could be the end of the game if they really are going to punt here. They're going to have to make some sort of miracle play here. They're going to have to force a turnover in order to win this game.
Yeah, they're going for the ball. That's what they can do. Just try stripping the ball. Hope for the best.
Yeah, that's the only way they can stay in this game is if they can get a turnover, because App State's going to try and run the ball as much as possible and eat as much clock as humanly possible. As proven, they hand off to Davin Brewer here. It's a 6-yard pickup.
Gain of 5 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
They did a good job keeping Brewer contained for the most part, other than 100 yards.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice job on the night, but it's definitely falling short of their aspirations. They're going to hand off to Davin Brewer again, who's going to bounce it out to the outside and get a nice big pickup there. And yeah, it's looking like App State's just going to ride this clock out or punch it in for a touchdown here. As they're going to hand off to Brewer again. He's going to get hit from behind, and TCU is going to take a timeout here. But I think it might be a little too late for that. We'll find out, though. They're in 2 tight end set. They're going to bring one in motion, and it looks like they're going to hand off to Brewer again, which they will. Who's going to get a first down and a little bit more down to the 15-yard line. The only way App State can screw this up is if they throw a wide receiver screen right here. You know, I was half right. They run the halfback screen for a touchdown here.
Interesting play call there. They would think they just kneel the ball down, but okay.
No, they weren't going to kneel it out because TCU would take another timeout and force them to run another play. But also, there wasn't enough time on the clock for them to milk it all the way out. But that is going to be the dagger on the game, for certain. Unless a crazy turn of events happens here. Max Prime with a 27-yard return. And we're definitely going to see an interesting conclusion to this game. TCU looking to pass. Justin Duke unable to get his feet set, just scrambling around back there, and throws off his back foot, almost intercepted.
Like you're bangs the drop, and I'm right in the hands. Brutal.
Absolutely a brutal drop there by the defense. They could have ended it with that interception right there. Duke is going to get hit from behind. And again, they are lucky we don't have a touch rule. That looked like a fumble to me. As Duke's going to check it down and just incomplete. His receiver drops it. They're going to have to punt here. I mean, granted, I would have just went for it, honestly. There's nothing to lose, but... Oh, Lord. And the punt is up. And Carr is going to get it to the 40-yard line. The number 2 tight end in motion going to have to Brewer here. And I believe they're just going to run this clock out.
Yep, that should be it.
As they're going to come on an I-form set. An I-set, sorry. And they're going to hand off to Brewer again. Who's going to almost get hit for a 1-yard gain here. Only 44 seconds left on the clock. We probably have one play left in this game. So stay tuned, everyone. After this, we're going to have another game tonight between Arkansas. Oh, no, sorry, not Arkansas. Yeah, no. I lost my mind. Tulane and Arizona State up next. So stay tuned. That's going to be a great game.
Better.
As we're going to see the end of this game, App State 40 to TCU 21.
That's the end of the game. The final score is the Mountaineers 40 and the Horned Frogs.
Tough one for TCU, but they've had a great season.
Again, congratulations to TCU on getting this far in the season. I know it's a bit disappointing, but you guys did great to get this far, and I know you guys can do some work next season. To App State, congratulations on being the first official team to make it to the semifinals. This is Zio, and Bad Omens, and we're calling it out here.